Hello, Sagittarius, and welcome back, everyone, to these tarot reads. I hope you missed me, because I missed you, and I really enjoyed making these readings back in, I forget how long it's been since I made them. It's probably been like close to 6 months, but I'm really glad to be back at it. We've had a lot of new changes happen on the Twitch channel, so if you have come from the Twitch space, thank you for watching and tuning in. I used to do these readings live on stream, just as like a little like, hey, the stream gets to see behind the scenes of it. But since I'm now back to full-time streaming, I have a little more time to allocate other things, such as you, lovely Sagittarius. What is going on? What do you need to hear for your highest good? This is going to be a clear, honest message from the universe, obviously, or whatever source you believe in. And this is going to be a collective reading for all Sagittariuses out there, so if things may not resonate, just know it could resonate for somebody else. Part of it could resonate for you, the other part could resonate for somebody else. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, as all the tarot readers always say. But let's get right into your reading with this lovely Goddess Tarot. I've had this tarot deck in my arsenal of decks for a long time, but I have yet to bring it out because it has been a very advanced deck, so I wanted to make sure that I was doing it justice by, you know, having my own personal time with it. And now I have had my time with it, now I get to share it with the world and learn even more from it. So let's get into what we're gonna do is a 5-card reading that is gonna be basically a stretched version of a past, present, future kind of tarot spread. So if you're familiar with those, we're going to get into that. Clear, honest message for Sagittarius' highest good. We're going to do another little smoke cleanse here because I'm just feeling it. It feels right. Let's just make sure we got some good energy for the cards. If you hear any background music, I do have some music playing. It's probably only going to be heard through my microphone. So if you do hear any low tones or anything like that, do not be surprised if I'm actually, like, I'm totally playing music. It's the tarot reader thing. It helps me. Okay. There we go. Beautiful. Feeling good. Feeling good. Excuse me. Let's get into this clear, honest message for any and all Sagittariuses out there. What do they need to know, need to hear for their highest good? Meow. Oh, you're the other one. Sorry, this is my roommate's cat that you may hear. I'm sorry, I didn't let your sister up here, but I will give you some scritches. If you know anything about the deities associated with these cards, you can do your own intuitive interpretation from there. If you want to learn more and it gives you a little like inspiration to dive deep on some of these deities, go right ahead. If you don't know anything about these deities and you don't feel like you have time to actually look into them how you would want to, don't be afraid. It's totally fine to like not fully look into something right away. Like, spirituality can be overwhelming. Do not force yourself to learn everything all at once. It's going to take time. So do not be intimidated if you see these deities and you're like, I don't know what they mean, I don't know what they are. We can give a quick rundown at the end. Ooh, the major arcana is out here to talk to you today. We have the World, the Justice card out here. So you are really entering a lot of new things, Sagittarius. and you strive for balance. I feel like the key to like a Sagittarius's heart. Oh my god. Okay. Gosh. Golly. The world, the justice, and I believe this is the Emperor, but the Emperor is technically power because it's the goddess tarot, so there can't really be a male archetype because it's supposed to be a female archetype deck. Um, Not to say that there's nothing wrong with male archetypes, it's just supposed to depict female archetypes, and Freya is a very, very masculine of the feminine archetypes. So the Emperor is coming out reversed. Take that next card because it feels, oh my god, so intuitive. We have the High Priestess, wisdom. The world, justice, power, and wisdom. What's going on here, Sag? I feel like I don't even need to do this reading. This is a reading that, like, y'all can just read for yourselves. Are you fucking kidding me? Excuse my French, but are you kidding me? It's kind of what it feels like a bit. Like, there's a part of me that's just like, damn, you really out here just letting the tarot tell it as it is. To get into all of this new beginning stuff, the world is this card of like, you've had a lot of things kind of collectively accumulate to this moment. All of these moments, all of these even just little moments in your life from when you were born to now led up to like this new kind of either worldview and perspective of yourself, of your passions, your dreams, your pursuits, and how you want to move through life. Like, when we see something new in a whole new world for ourselves, it could be in so many other aspects than just like actually like, oh hey, I genuinely like see a new perspective. Like, it could literally be us just gaining small new perspectives every single day, little by little by little, and then we realize, 10 months down the line, oh shit, we've completely just uprooted our whole entire life little by little. And the reason that it looks completely uprooted is because it's like looking at a garden and seeing all the weeds at first and trying to tackle the weeds little by little, and then you get one section done and you're like, oh my god, this looks like brand new again. I can't believe I just did all this. This is so important to you. Like, you really want to see this balance and see it in the future, so you can see, once the future becomes the present, you can look back on the past and be like, hey, like, we worked hard for this shit. There's something about that balance of working hard for something, because this is where the power card comes into play. There's a lot of like intuitive, obviously, wisdom within your own power, but within how you place your own power. You are very key on where you're placing it, and placing it at the right time with the right amount of energy. Not too much, not too little, just enough, because you need energy for yourself. But you also want to make sure things get done and things are taken care of as best as they can and could be. You truly, truly want that balance, but at the same time, I'm not sure what's holding you back and feeling reversed. I feel like you are just unsure about, like, if you need a confirmation of anything, you are on the right track. Like, all of this reversed energy is really, like, just giving me this understanding of, you feel like, hey, I've been doing the same thing for a while. Is this good, universe? Am I doing okay? Is this good? Is this great? I don't know if this is like been working, because I kind of am looking back on some things, and yeah, like, we really did change our whole worldview here, and now we're changing a lot in front of us, and I think this is a small bit of stage fright for the life you truly want to actually live and passionately live, even through all of the stuff that uh, we may go through as a humanity in society, and even just yourself, like your own family, whatever, whoever you choose to be in your quote-unquote family, because it doesn't have to be your blood-related family. It partially could be, because I have people that are and aren't. Life isn't all black and white. We all know this. But let's get this last card here. This is going to clear things up because this is something very, like, confusing in the sense of, like, I've never seen these cards kind of act like this. And it's almost like intuitive wisdom is your own power. Like, this is out here being like, it's reversed because this is second nature. You don't even need to think about it. And that's where reversed cards do, in my mind, show up as, like, things in the mind space, like the subconscious. And you are literally subconsciously behaving in your own intuitive, like, wisdom, intuitive power, intuitive, gracefulness, I want to say. I'm confusion. For anyone who knows tarot, this Four of Wands is just like coming out. I don't know what that means, but that's for anyone who knows tarot. I always like to add those little bonus cards for people who do know tarot. You don't have to. It just gives a little extra little, like, garnish on this already super delicious, like, chicken Alfredo or whatever, like, miso soup you want. I don't know. I'm just being silly. This makes a lot of sense. When I was talking about the whole, hey, you just want to make sure that what you've been doing so far is the right thing, thinking that you need to constantly double check with yourself is going to be the thing that always turns your, I want to say, that magical oomph, that magical kick, that spark that you get to really get your power going. It's what kind of messes with it. Anytime you're, like, constantly having to double check, you can double check and be like, oh yeah, I am looking at this tarot read and I'm watching this video, being like, okay, got what I need, cool, done, exit out the video, I'm gonna go do laundry, whatever. Like, I always use laundry as the simple, like, go back to normal living, you know? Anytime I say go do laundry, it's just say, just go back to, like, doing normal shit, you know? This double checking of the self isn't a bad thing, but sometimes it's like, hey, we have 10 wands. Do we really need to keep all these wands? I don't know. Let's just get rid of a couple for now. We're for sure, like, these 3 over here, we don't need these 3 that are, like, sticking out over here. And then while you're at it, you can take, like, this curvy one out, and then we'll figure the rest out later. And then those moments where you're like, oh, hey, you know, what about these things? Let's check in with these other ones. And then it's like, yeah, we can get rid of these 4. And then all of a sudden, you're down to only 2 heavy things in the mind that feel like are that notion of double checking. Like, I feel like a lot of the heavy weight of not only creative responsibility, because there's creative responsibility in your power here, but just the responsibility of actually shedding the weight, like taking the time to, like, okay, like, let's actually not stress about this because, hey, we checked in with the universe, we're doing good, let's believe we're doing good. Like, genuinely, for once, the universe wants you to actually believe that you're doing good for fucking once in your life, because this is the crux. This is the was it the straw that broke the camel's back reference? I don't know. That's such a, like, a, that one always makes me giggle. I don't know why. But it's the thing that's like a kryptonite for you, I feel. If we're gonna, like, talk about like it being like that key thing that messes you up, it is constant double checking and not actually, like, believing in yourself or letting this said thing go. Because a lot of this is just, oh, double checking, and then you're constantly building up the reviews and the critique of yourself, and then you have all of this weight on you and you're wondering why you're stressed, but you kind of understand why you're stressed because you're just wanting to make sure that you're doing everything right. And I'm gonna be honest, there's nothing wrong with making sure you're wanting to do everything right, because that is how everyone wants to live. Everyone wants to make sure they're doing the right thing. And if you need a little motivation, I think the biggest thing that is a big reminder for me is bad people never ask if they're doing a good job, you know? And if they are, they aren't asking for humble reasons. They aren't asking out of the genuine, hey, am I doing good? Like, I want to know. Meow. Think that, yeah, tell them. Mm-hmm. So, cause like I was gonna mention that. Were you gonna say anything else? No? Whisper? Is that all you have? The cat's name is Whisper, by the way. She does anything but whisper. I love all of this for you, so thank you for letting me read your card, Sagittarius. I hope I could bring you a little more insight. And also, if you want to look into the different deities, I'm just going to kind of list them here. So then I can just do that, and then we can flip that over. So, here's all of the goddesses that showed up for your reading, for anyone that is curious. I am not going to sit here and say that they actually showed up in the reading. This is what the Goddess Tarot is really good about, is that it shows archetypes. Archetypes are very important when it comes to understanding, like, hearing someone else's story may inspire you to do something in your life. Think about any time you've heard someone's story and it's inspired you to do something in your life. That is the story of the gods and goddesses, in my opinion. So it's really interesting to look into their stories and how their archetypes do play out in tarot, and even in your reading you could dive a little deeper into what's going on here. And all I'm gonna say is trust your gut, trust your intuition, and always, always, always take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.